1 Chronicles Chapter 29. Moreover, King David addressed the entire congregation, saying, Solomon, my son, is the one whom God has chosen, and he is still young and inexperienced, while the task at hand is great. The palace is not meant for man but for the Lord God. I have prepared to the best of my ability for the house of my God, providing gold for items to be made of gold, silver for items of silver, bronze for items of bronze, iron for items of iron, and wood for items of wood. I have also gathered onyx stones, stones to be set, gleaming stones of various colors, and an abundance of precious stones and marble. Because of my deep devotion to the house of my God, I have given from my own resources of gold and silver, beyond what I have prepared for the holy house. Specifically, I have given 3,000 talents of gold from Ophir and 7,000 talents of refined silver to overlay the walls of the houses. This includes the gold for items of gold, the silver for items of silver, and all the work to be done by the hands of craftsmen. Now, who is willing to consecrate their service to the Lord today? The heads of the families, leaders of the tribes of Israel, commanders of thousands and hundreds, and the overseers of the king's work offered willingly. They gave for the service of the house of God 5,000 talents of gold, 10,000 darics of silver, 18,000 talents of bronze, and 100,000 talents of iron. Those who possessed precious stones contributed them to the treasury of the house of the Lord through Jehiel the Gershonite. The people rejoiced at their willing offerings, for they had given to the Lord with wholehearted devotion. King David also rejoiced greatly. David then blessed the Lord before the entire assembly, saying, Blessed are you, Lord God of Israel, our Father, forever and ever. Yours, O Lord, is the greatness, the power, the glory, the victory, and the majesty, for everything in the heavens and on earth belongs to you. Yours is the kingdom, O Lord, and you are exalted as the head above all. Riches and honor come from you, and you rule over all. In your hand are power and might, and it is yours to make great and to give strength to all. Now, our God, we thank you and praise your glorious name. But who am I, and who are my people, that we should be able to offer as generously as this? For everything comes from you, and we have given you only what comes from your own hand. For we are strangers before you and sojourners, like all our ancestors. Our days on earth are like a shadow, and there is no abiding. O Lord our God, all this abundance that we have provided for building you a house for your holy name comes from your hand and belongs to you. I know, my God, that you test the heart and delight in uprightness. I have willingly offered all these things with an upright heart, and now I have seen your people who are present here offering willingly and joyfully to you. O Lord God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, our fathers, keep this desire forever in the thoughts of the hearts of your people, and direct their hearts toward you. And give my son Solomon a perfect heart to keep your commandments, testimonies, and statutes, and to carry out all these tasks, and to build the palace for which I have made provision. David then commanded the entire congregation, Now bless the Lord your God. So all the congregation blessed the Lord, the God of their fathers, and they bowed down and worshipped the Lord and the king. On the following day, they offered sacrifices and burnt offerings to the Lord, 1,000 bulls, 1,000 rams, and 1,000 lambs, along with their drink offerings, and sacrifices in abundance for all Israel. They ate and drank in the presence of the Lord with great joy. On that day, they anointed Solomon, the son of David, as king for the second time, and they anointed Zadok as priest. Then Solomon sat on the throne of the Lord as king in place of his father David, and he prospered. All Israel obeyed him. And all the officials, mighty men, and all the sons of King David pledged their allegiance to King Solomon. The Lord highly exalted Solomon in the sight of all Israel, and bestowed upon him royal majesty that had not been seen on any king in Israel before him. Thus David, the son of Jesse, reigned over all Israel. He reigned for 40 years, 7 years in Hebron and 33 years in Jerusalem. David died in a good old age, full of days, riches, and honor, and Solomon, his son, succeeded him as king. The Chronicles of King David, from the beginning to the end of his reign, including his might and the events that transpired during his reign over Israel and all the kingdoms of the surrounding lands, are documented in the books of Samuel the seer, Nathan the prophet, and Gad the seer.